This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shaw.
We have arrived in Sector 112 and request targeting data.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban, and welcome aboard to Starship in Normal Prize for another episode. There we go. Oh, my headset almost fell off, so this is gonna be a fun recording. Anyways, guys, let me get a little more comfortable because we're gonna be here for a while. Welcome to another episode of Homeworld Is It Possible? So, in this episode, we are going to build a crap ton of cloak fighters and see if we can only beat these two AIs using only cloak fighters. Now, like I said in last week's video, cloak fighters build really slowly. So that's going to be an issue for us. Let's get all these going. Ooh.
Construction commencing.
My mouse keeps accidentally double clicking, so I might have to order a new mouse for this old computer. It's kind of getting annoying. But then again, I've been putting tons and tons of clicks into it doing this series, so I guess that just has something to do with it. Plus, it's also really old. But anyways, some of you guys are actually giving me some suggestions that we could do for the for this series. One of them was we could build a crap ton of support frigates, tell them to keep the mothership alive, and then move the mothership up to the enemy and see if we can defeat the enemy that way, only using the mothership. I like that idea, because the mothership does have some defense weapons. It's got 2 in the front, it's got 2 on the sides, 2 in the back, I believe. It's like where these ones are. And then basically it just has 2 on every cardinal direction on the mothership. It doesn't have any on top and bottom, just around the middle area. So that I think would be a pretty good idea. I also think building enough mine layer corvettes and kind of just creating a gigantic minefield around the mothership and see if we can just stop the enemy from attacking us using only the mines that we create from the minefield. I think that would be a pretty cool idea too. So lots of weird ideas. Definitely would like to try out. But this one, because of the fact cloak fighters built so slowly, I have a feeling this one's gonna be a really difficult version for us to get through. And we'll definitely have to make sure that we try not to lose any of them. Because we built 3 cloak fighters, and we almost built both of our harvesters, and our carrier is like 1/3 of the way done. So yeah, they build really slowly. We won't have to worry too much about our economy in this version, or this mode. Alrighty, our first carrier is now complete. Let's go ahead and queue up all of our cloaked fighters so it can get that stuff going. I think so far we have like 6.
Responding.
We have 7.
Acknowledged.
Oh boy.
Understood.
This one is gonna be difficult.
Receiving.
We don't even have the defenses on our harvesters yet. I wonder if I should just skip the defenses. Because if we do what we have been doing, it's going to be 10 fighters per harvester and resource controller. So it'll be 40 fighters altogether.
Reporting.
I mean, we might as well just keep doing things and just not deviate from the experiment. Just keep doing what we were doing. Okay, so now we got 10. Let's have them guard.
Acknowledged. Ready for escort.
And I think since we have fuel off, our cloak fighters can technically cloak forever. because I think cloaking just drains their fuel,
Unidentified probe detected.
which makes sense. Well, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and compare our cloak fighters to our interceptors. So cloak fighters have a lot more firepower than an interceptor, which is something I was not expecting. Interceptors have 26, where cloak fighters have 39. Maneuverability is high compared to very high, so it's less maneuverable than an interceptor. Speed is a little bit slower, 775 meters per second compared to 875. Coverage is still the same because it's a fighter class ship. It just has fixed guns in the front. Armor is slightly lower, 150 compared to 160, and mass is the same. So honestly, I do kind of wish, since cloak fighters had the ability to cloak, they were a little bit more expensive, like maybe 105 compared to 85, and have their speed a little bit faster, because they do build very slowly. We are about 10 minutes into this video, and I have 5 cloak fighters back at the mothership and 10 guarding the resource collector, so we have 15 cloak fighters, well, 17 now. And yeah, it takes a while. I do kind of wish I built a little bit faster. I guess that cloak generator is just really, really difficult to put together on a fighter class ship, which makes sense, I guess. We just got our second carrier built, so let's go ahead and queue it to start building cloak fighters. Alrighty, we got another 10 cloak fighters. Bring them over here to protect our harvesting operations. Alrighty, we're starting to pump them out a little bit faster. We got another 10 ready to go. Let's go ahead and bring them up here. Protect the harvesting operations. Now, because of the fact these things build so slowly, we won't actually need a whole lot of RUs. So, getting a large stockpile going will just help us build for a longer period of time. It looks like but we don't want you guys to be splitting up. You get over here. Actually, you go in that direction. Which that looks like the direction they're all going now. Yeah, looks like we got our third carrier built.
Production underway.
Let's go ahead and start queuing up some cloak fighters. And pretty soon we'll be getting to the point where we can start actually having some of them to defend our mothership. There we go. Last of our cloak fighters that we need to protect our harvesting operations.
Acknowledged. Ready for escort.
Cool. Now we will officially be starting to grow a military to protect our mothership. Now, since cloak fighters do more damage than interceptors, we shouldn't need a whole lot to actually defend the mothership. Like probably around 100 should be enough. But it's going to take a while before we get to the point where we have 100 cloak fighters, because they take so long to build. Resources, we're still doing pretty good. Still over 1,000. Our operations are heading to their next harvesting area. After we get done with this, I believe that's when the AI is going to start actually attacking us. So our grace period will be over. If we can hold off the assault on the harvesters long enough, it'll allow us to get a larger fleet going, and also we'll make money from bounties. So yeah, hopefully 40 cloak fighters should be enough to handle a small invasion because of how powerful they are. But yeah, we'll see. Alrighty, final carrier is complete. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and have this carrier start building us more cloak fighters. Faster! Faster! Okay. Head back home. Grab this carrier, move it over here.
Mothership.
We have 22 cloak fighters so far.
Understood. Wall formation confirmed.
Let's put them in wall, and we'll go ahead and put them in aggressive. because we learned from the last week's video that putting them in aggressive tightens their formation a little bit more, so more of the ships can actually hit the enemy. Instead of like when the wall gets really big, when you get in like the hundreds, half of them are missing because they're too spread apart. Is they don't have turrets, they just have fixed mounts, and if they can't actually target them, they're not going to do anything. Okay, so it looks like the Titan is getting ready to send our wave at us. We did manage to make 42, I believe, nope, 45 cloak fighters. So let's go ahead and get them all together. We're filling in the gaps. That's not a whole lot, but hopefully it will work. We also, well, we almost ran out of resources. But our resources are starting to get a little low. Guys, head in this direction. Yep, here we go. We have a decent Titan fleet over here. So, let's go ahead. Grab everyone, and let's start doing some damage. Let's see how much damage 52 cloak fighters can do. 51, 50. Take care of the missile destroyer, please. Yeah, this isn't looking too good. Oh god, they have 2 more missile destroyers. This isn't looking good at all.
Carrier under fire.
Yeah. Ooh boy. Come on, at least kill this missile destroyer.
Construction paused.
Alrighty. Kill these fighters first. They're easier to kill. Ooh, I don't think we have enough to stop this firepower. We lost too much on that first round. Alright, kill the missile destroyer.
Resource injection received.
And every new cloak fighter that gets built. Help out. Yeah, there's a pretty good chance that we're gonna lose. Come on. I mean, we do a lot of damage, but we don't have enough numbers yet. And there's another fleet coming in.
Flight pattern to wall formation.
Carrier lost.
Yep, there goes one carrier.
The mothership is under fire.
Now they're attacking the mothership. Yeah, ooh, there's no way. I don't think we're gonna actually benefit from this. All right, start killing the frigates. I mean, with 34, we still do a lot of damage.
The mothership is under attack.
Assuming wall formation. Locked on target.
Alright, let's focus on the ships that are killing the mothership first.
Repeat, under fire.
There we go. Kill this guy.
Target acquired. Flight command, carrier taking damage. Under fire, requesting orders.
The mothership is under fire.
Ambush.
Boom, boom, boom.
Repeat, where are those orders?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Wall formation confirmed. Fleet command carrier under fire.
All right.
Attack clearance received. Attack, what's the call?
There you go.
Is under attack.
Requesting orders. Holding patterns locked in.
If we lose the carriers, it's fine. As long as the mothership survives, we'll be able to keep playing.
Repeat, where are those orders?
But yeah, we got a lot of money.
Repeat,
We're just not building cloak fighters fast enough.
target destroyed. Holding pattern locked. Intercept course punched in.
Ugh.
Fire, carrier under fire.
All right, come on. Let's actually start killing some things that you guys are good against. So we lost 2 carriers.
Mothership is under fire.
There's one on your tail. Check 6.
Mothership is on fire.
Unidentified probe
Target
detected.
acquired.
Yeah, there's no way we're gonna actually win this.
Holding
No way.
locked in. Target confirmed.
We just don't have enough numbers.
Target destroyed. Holding pattern locked in. Intercept course punched in.
Mothership's in the red. Yeah. I don't think.
Clearance received.
Now I could have probably kept those
Locked on target.
those guys back from the harvesters, but they didn't actually attack the harvesters this time for some reason. Maybe because we didn't have large enough numbers here at the around the mothership, so they didn't think it was a threat.
Destroyed. Holding pattern alerted.
Yeah, mothership's about to die.
Mothership is under
So, oh yeah,
fire. Mothership lost. Fleet command transferred to carrier.
Target confirmed.
now we just still have our 2 carriers left, which are not going to survive whatever onslaught of enemies this is.
Wall formation attack complete.
We
Entering.
might as well watch this from the carrier's perspective, I guess.
Engaging.
Kill the destroyer. Or cloak fighter's perspective, not carrier's perspective. Okay, this looks like the first one that we're actually gonna lose in this experiment. I did kind of expect us not to win this because, like I said, cloak fighters build extremely slow. And because of that, we weren't able to get large enough numbers of these units before the enemy sent in their entire gigantic fleet against us.
Carrier lost.
Alright, down to 1 carrier.
Unidentified probe detected.
Intercept course punched in. Mothership reporting heavy contact.
Might as well watch this from the Titan's perspective. Come on, can we kill him? Good.
Received.
Anyone out there? We're under attack here. Attack clearance received.
Yeah.
Carrier heavily damaged. Requesting backup.
Well, so spamming out cloak fighters to beat to try to win against two Titans, not gonna happen. They build too slow. Because we need an army of like 100 to 150 in order to wipe out those missile destroyers quickly before they wipe them out, because cloak fighters also the slowest, one of the slowest of fighters. I don't know if they're slower than attack bombers. I think they are actually. So other than defenders, they're the slowest ship. So yeah, don't spam out cloak fighters. You will not win against the AI. Yeah, if they were a little bit more expensive, like 105, and built like maybe 30% faster than what they currently are, I think we could actually win that. But like I said, even if I didn't send the cloak fighters out to defend the harvesters, we would have had about 80. And after destroying some of the missile destroyers, I probably would have wiped us down to like 60 or 50. So I still don't think we would have had the firepower to take that down. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next week's episode, we will do the same thing with attack bombers and see if we can actually beat the enemy using those. So yeah, hope you guys hope you guys enjoy this. Please leave a like if you did. If you like what I do, consider subscribing, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. You can also check my Twitch if you want to see me live. I go live sometimes. I haven't been going live too frequently recently, but I do go live sometimes. We play whatever, either it's Homeworld related or old computer related or something. We just play stuff. I don't really have a schedule or anything for that. And you guys can also check out the Discord in the video description as well. Until next time, guys. This is Captain Soban signing out.
The Faker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.